want to move the application so that I cannot ask your colleagues to get onto the platform, read the application, and I want to seek their views. Or you want to remain here and wrestle with the rest of the parties?
No, we want to be struck.
You want to go away?
Yes, my lord.
So you want me to record you as you want to go away?
Yes, my lord. We have a formal application dated 22nd of January 2025 in which we have filed a notice of motion seeking orders that will be struck off.
So you wish to pray that that application be granted?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. I do not have to ask the respondents, because the respondents, you can't insist that a respondent who wants to go away should remain. I want to ask the petitioners whether you are objecting to that. Have you seen that application?
Yes, my lord. We stumbled upon the application on the CTS.
Yes.
And we have since filed a replying affidavit to that application.
You are opposing it?
Yes, we are opposed.
So you will want it argued?
Sure, my lord. We undertake to serve our reply because we have just filed it on the applicants.
What is the role of the fourth respondent in this petition?
My lord,
what is the role of the fourth respondent under the Constitution?
Under the Constitution,
look at that. You vis-a-vis what is before us.
Sure, my lord. The fourth respondent was included on the basis of Article 157, Sub-Article 4.
But can we direct? That's what he says.
Yes. What we sought from them.
Can we direct?
No, my lord.
So eventually what will I do with them? Look at the prayers.
Yes, my lord.
In the petition.
Yes, my lord.
I know you have not looked at them.
I have. My lord. They're just here.
Don't take us round.
Yes.
They're just here. Have you looked at them?
Yes, my lord.
What are you seeking against the fourth respondent?
Failure to comply with
what are you seeking against?
The main specific prayer against the fourth, my lord, is for them to confirm if they have complied with Article 157.4.
I am looking at what is the prayer. What prayer are you seeking against the fourth respondent?
The prayer against it is prayer J, my lord. That an order be issued that the second to fourth petitioners be produced, my lord.
I'm talking with the fourth respondent.
Okay, my lord. Then, my lord, if you're inclined, my lord.
No. What prayer are you seeking against the fourth respondent?
The prayers, the way that they appoint him, my lord, is that they fail to comply with Article 174, then it leads to prayer N, my Lord, that the holders of those offices are unfit to hold any public office, my Lord.
You know, you people are taking the court in circles. I have a very senior officer in this court. That must be in your mind.
Sure, my Lord.
So I don't want us to get into a circus here. If you have any other issues to raise, can I dispense with those officers? Then we will remain here doing your businesses that you know best how to do them.
No, my Lord.
Yes.
Our main business is that of the senior officers.
The issue here was for Mr. Nyamodi. Mr. Nyamodi has told us he has these officers present.
Sure, my Lord.
Mr. Omari has said yes. Can I hear from Mr. Tandekuri?
Yes, my Lord, given the explanation given by Mr. Nyamodi and the confirmation that pursuant to your orders, the two officers are here, I think it is important that the court gives proper guidance in terms of the way we are going to proceed with today's business. And perhaps, my Lord, the other issue on the presence of the DPP in this matter, because I have looked at that affidavit and the motion and the affidavit that they filed in response to this application. And they are raising issues of and putting evidence that based on Article 157.11, they have actually directed, and so therefore they are saying that they will be prejudiced when they come to do the actual prosecution or actually the issue of. So I believe that motion will not be objecting if the court were to consider gender or misgender of the parties and the discretion given to the court.
But we have not reached to where they are responding.
Because you did ask whether you want to release them, and I looked at yes.
You see, they are saying they don't want. So that's a matter I have to consider.
Let me leave it to court.
So that none of the parties is prejudiced. They want to get out, they don't want to release them. That's not an issue I'm going to determine here now.
Yes, we can.
Instead, we are keeping those officers here to see how we either conduct ourselves or misconduct ourselves.
We can proceed with today's business, my Lord.
Mr. Odiwar.
Yes, my Lord.
There is a concern that Mr. Nyamodi raised. I want you to address that.
Yes, my Lord. I do confirm having received a letter dated the 29th of January 2025 by counsel on record for the first and second respondents, whereby he was curiously trying to explain the reasons why the first and second respondents could not be able to attend court today in advance. However, my Lord, we did not respond to the same, owing to the fact that pursuant to your orders of the 8th, 13th, 17th, and 23rd of January 2025, the attitude portrayed by the first and second respondents was that we decided not to respond to that, and now that counsel for the first and second respondent has explained that the first and second respondents are here before court.
No, you're not answering the question. You're skirting around it.
I've confirmed to have received it, my Lord.
So Mr. Nyamodi wrote to you explaining why these officers may not make it to the court, and you said to hell, I will not respond.
My Lord,
You saw you also developed an attitude.
no, my Lord.
Following that attitude.
No, my Lord.
So why didn't you respond to the letter?
My Lord, we decided that we would take the directions to
Remember, we are dealing with an individual. Said we don't know the owners of the farm, so he was dealing with the farm, so you decided not to respond.
My Lord, we decided that when we come to court today,
But they were supposed to have traveled.
yes, my Lord, according to the documents that were served to me.
Yes. So the documents showed that they were supposed to be away
Yes, my Lord,
on some official duty.
on some official duty.
And you said you decided not to respond.
My Lord, we decided to come to court today to take the directions.
No, you decided before you come to court, you decided not to respond. Remember, the point he raised is failure to respond, and when he talked to his clients, they took the best option not to leave.
Yes.
Actually, my Lord, let me just clarify. They had left and they flew back this morning. I shared with him boarding passes and tickets.
My Lord, he did share with me the boarding passes and tickets.
So when did you see the boarding passes?
My Lord, yesterday.
When did they leave?
My Lord, they left on the 28th.
You keep quiet. It's your colleague addressing the court. If you want, you can take the floor. You will answer the questions. So, counsel, you received the details of the travel, and indeed they had left, or they were leaving. Be frank, we are in open court. What is
My
the
Lord, I can only confirm that I received the documents. However, the information of whether they had left or not
What
was
did
not
the
confirmed.
documents say?
The documents indicated that they are supposed to attend an official duty out of the country from the 28th.
Was there an itinerary? Did you send an itinerary, Mr. Boarding passes?
Yes, my Lord.
So are there boarding passes?
Yes, my Lord, we have the boarding passes
So when were they to leave?
dated that they were to depart on the 28th of January 2025 at 5:30 p.m.
So when you are receiving the letter was yesterday.
yesterday.
So they must have left.
They must have left.
Okay. That's the way you do things nowadays. Both the first and second respondents?
Sorry?
The two respondents.
The first and second.
And when are they to come back? You didn't scrutinize them. Mr. Nyawa, did you see those documents?
Yes, I did, my Lord.
When are they to come back?
On the 31st.
Which is tomorrow.
Yes, my Lord.
So, you are the petitioner. How do you want us to proceed? I'll give directions.
I agree, my Lord, with that orders of habeas corpus are inquisitorial in nature.
So how do you want us to proceed? We know that.
Yes, my Lord. Wanted them first to address the question or on the whereabouts of the second to fourth petitioners, and if need be, my lord.
So I'll do this, Mr. Nyamodi. I will get to the witness box, this one, and tell us what they want to tell us. Then you lead them, if you want. They will be asked the questions.
My lord, I have a contrary suggestion.
Yes.
To what your lordship suggests.
Yes.
My lordship, the agenda really for today is set out in your order.
Yes.
And your order requires two things of the first and second respondent.
Yes.
It is set out in the orders you made explicitly on the 8th as order number 1 and order number 2.
Yes.
Any inquiry beyond the orders that you have already made is then a fishing expedition. And that could not have been the purpose of your lordship then directing that these two senior government officials attend.
So they will come there, tell us whether they have complied with those orders. If not, why not?
Most of them.
Yes?
Most of them.
And then if there is any question, we will ask. It is simple.
We will take it from there, my lord.
Yes. Which one is the witness box? They are not accused persons. Mr. Nyamod, they are not accused persons.
I am happy to hear that, my lord.
For now, they need to tell us. But because the media is here, they can't come. So as they make their way in, Mr. Nyamodi, where is Mr. Nyamodi?
Yes. Come here.
I'm sure you're holding his brief. Mr. Obiwore, when next time you get a letter informing you situations like that, to respond to the letter, you don't just keep quiet. I think that was one of the rules in the, I don't want to remember it. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So you do that.
And in fact, it's punishable, my lord.
I agree. I'm not inciting you, but that's a fact.
Yeah.
And the more important if someone has already left the jurisdiction. Okay?
That's another.
These things is not a do or die. We could still do it on another day. But that's all I can say for now.
Thank you.
So that my lord, we have some housekeeping. I know Mr. Nyamodi is coming. Some housekeeping of sorts. I realize the media is the other side, and the witnesses could be coming in. I was requesting they could they can sit where we are.
No, they will stand there. We can give them seats.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you.
The media wants to see them.
Mr. Kuria, did you file a response to the petition?
No, we are yet to file a response. The reason is that you can see the instruction given to the broadcast, but I will reserve for the next 5 days because we are active.
Na Mohamed Amin, mkurugenzi.
That took a little time, but the first and the second respondents are now present in court.
So we start with the first respondent? He can...
Or can he testify from down here?
No, down here. Go there. You say you want to sit down.
Actually, what I was suggesting is that he takes off, then I can surrender my seat. Yeah.
You have seats here.
My lord, that is a place normally associated with the accused person.
Sorry?
This is a place.
It's the way the courts are made. Here we want to deal with the accused. Here these are civil court.
Very much.
So we are not in a criminal court, so no one is here. We will proceed the way the courts were structured.
Much obliged.
I swear in the name of the Almighty God.
I swear in the name of the Almighty God
That the evidence I shall give.
That the evidence I shall give.
Touching on the matter in question.
Touching on the matter in question.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Please introduce yourself to the court.
Your Honor, Douglas Kanja Kirocho, the Inspector General of the National Police Service.
Did you say Kirojo?
Douglas Kanja Kirocho.
Is it J or CH?
K-I-R-O-C-H-O.
CH.
please confirm to court the position you hold in the National Police Service.
Your Honor, I'm the Inspector General of the National Police Service.
On IG, you are here because of, or in furtherance of certain orders that were made by this court on the 8th of this month. What would you like to tell the court on IG in respect of those orders?
Your Honor, I'm appearing before this honorable court pursuant to a court order that directed I do appear to give an account of the 3 persons who were reported missing from Earth River at the Mlolongo townships.
Do you have anything else, any further information you'd like to share with the court in respect of the court orders and the information you have just shared?
Your Honor, I wish to confirm that reports of the missing persons were made at Earth River, at the Mlolongo police stations as follows. At the Earth River police station, at the OB number 23 stroke 21 stroke 12 of 2024. B, there is Mlolongo police station at the OB number 43 stroke 25 43 stroke 25 stroke 12 stroke 2024. When that information was made in those 2 police stations, I directed the Directorate of Criminal Investigations to commence investigations, and the lead investigator, Mr. Paul Wachira, who is an Assistant Inspector General,
Under the lead of?
Under the lead investigator, Mr. Paul Wachira, who is an Assistant Inspector General, is here before the court to give a progress report on the status of the investigations. The other thing, Your Honor, I would like to add is that I'm a law-abiding citizen. Who respects our courts and the orders issued at any given time. Thank you, Your Honor.
Just one last clarification, Bonaiji. Because it is important, I'd like you to confirm whether or not the subjects of the habeas corpus are in police custody.
Your Honor, we have none of the subject. I want to confirm before this court that we have none of them.
Thank you very much. Your Lordship, unless you require any clarifications, that is the first respondent's response to your orders of the 8th and the 13th of this month.
Does anyone want to ask a question? You start from your end because you're on the same side.
On behalf of the CS for Interior.
You have a question?
We don't have, I only want to say that we have no questions because the Inspector General has said which technical person was assigned that job to do. That is the investigating officer who is in court. That's all, Lord.
Mr. Church, I still don't know your position, so I'll go to Mr. Kuriath. The petitioners who want to ask a question?
Yes, my Lord, there are only 2 questions. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Thank you for coming. One is the second to 4th petitioners. They were abducted on the 16th of December, and we are now in January the 24th. Don't you think that the investigations are taking
My Lord, the Council seeks an opinion. It is not a question as to fact. He seeks an opinion, which he should take the opportunity to lay a basis for. When he says it is taking too long, what does he mean? And the Inspector General
agrees the investigations are ongoing.
And the Inspector General has stated.
Mr. Nyamodi, he agrees investigations are going on.
Yes.
And I agree with you. He seeks an opinion, which we don't allow.
Most obliged.
I would remind you that he's come with someone else who's about. He has actually handed over to him to tell us more.
Yes.
Either you are listening or you are not. You are. Ask another question. Please relax. So you wanted him?
Yes.
Yes, he's here.
Yes. Under Article 2.
He doesn't have the Constitution.
Yes, okay.
Please.
You are in charge of the police service and you exercise independent control. Are you aware that there are a rising number of abductions and tendings happening? And the steps that have been taken going forward to ensure that the families
It's not sufficient.
My Lord, that again is a fishing expedition. The Inspector General of Police is before you this morning or this afternoon in furtherance of certain habeas corpus orders.
Let him ask. I will determine whether he should answer or not.
I'm most obliged.
Mr. Kanja, the question is that if these people are not in police custody, then can Kenyans feel safe? No. Under your rate.
My Lord, again, my learned colleague seeks to cast aspersions as to the ability of the Inspector General of Police.
Mr. Nyamodi, if I look at it...
Do I sit or should he sit, my Lord?
Wait. I'm trying to let things flow. Because this officer is not here for the whole day. So, he's asking whether the people should feel safe. What do you assure the people? Answer that question.
Your Honor, thank you very much for that question. I want to appeal to let the people of Kenya know that they are safe. We have just come out of the festive season, and through the entire season, all the people who are here, they enjoyed the Christmas festivals and many other holidays that were there, because this country is safe. So I want to assure you that we are safe.
Thank you, my Lord. We will leave the other questions for the other witness that's being brought. Who is in charge of investigations?
Thank you. I will not ask you a question because I don't want to do the party's case.
Can you step down?
Yes.
Can we put the second respondent on the stand, madam?
I swear by the Almighty God and evidence that I give before this court touching the matters in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Kindly introduce yourself to court.
My Lord, I am Mohammed Ibrahim Amin.
Mohammed Ibrahim?
Amin.
Mohammed is double M or single M?
Single M, my Lord. And I'm currently the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, my Lord.
Amin, you're here pursuant to orders of habeas corpus issued by this court on the 8th of January this year. What would you like to tell the court in respect of those orders?
Thank you, my Lord. My Lord, it is true that I'm appearing before this honorable court pursuant to a court order that actually directed me to appear and give an account of the following persons, my Lord, who were reported missing from Other River and Mlolongo townships, my Lord. The said persons are as follows, my Lord. Justus Mutuma Musimi, who happens to be the second petitioner, my Lord. Martin Mwau, third petitioner, my Lord. Karani Mwema, the fourth petitioner, my Lord. And Stephen Kafingu, the fifth petitioner, my Lord.
Okay, the fifth petitioner was removed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you don't have to refer to him.
Thanks, my lord. I further wish to confirm, my lord, that indeed the reports of missing persons were made at Ade River and Mlolongo police stations. Ade River police station, that is OB number 23 of 21st December 2024. Mlolongo is OB number 43 of 25 December 2024. And again, Mlolongo police station and the OB number 47 of 26 of December 2024. Upon receipt of this missing persons report, my lord, I wish to confirm that I was given clear instructions by the Inspector General National Police Service, to whom I am responsible for the efficient and effective command of the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, to make sure that expeditious investigations are instituted in relation to all the missing person reports. Pursuant to that directive by my Inspector General, my lord, I instructed my Deputy Director Investigations, Mr. Paul Wachira, my lord, who is an Assistant Inspector General, to take over the conduct of those cases, ensure that the reports are conclusively investigated and the resultant duplicate files forwarded to the ODPP for further directions. My lord. My lord, I wish to confirm that the investigations are still ongoing and at an appropriate time the files will be forwarded to the ODPP, complete with our findings and recommendations. Finally, I wish to state, my lord, that the missing persons are not under the custody of the National Police Service. We have not arrested them, and they are not under our custody. Under the circumstances, my lord, we can neither produce their bodies pursuant to the writ of habeas corpus, nor can we formally prefer any charges against them. I submit, my lord.
Thank you very much.
The last word was you cannot
prefer any charges against them in view of the fact that they are not under our custody, my lord. The Constitution, my lord, is very clear. Any persons arrested by officers of the National Police Service must be arraigned before a court of competent jurisdiction within 24 hours. And we are very much alive to that provision of the Constitution, my lord. Finally, my Lord, will give her an opportunity. The lead investigating officer, Mr. Wachira, is present in court, and he can update the court on the current status of the investigation. Thank you.
Well, that is all from the second respondent.
We go in the same order. Mr. Omar, any question?
Thank you very much, my lord. I have one question to Mr. Amin, the DCI. What can you comment on the allegations that some of the people were released? What is the procedure of release of anybody in police custody for the benefit of the court?
Sorry?
I'm asking the DCI. The petition says some of them were released. The DCI said they have nobody in custody. So I wanted the DCI to enlighten us the procedure of somebody being released.
I don't see, he has not told us anybody has been released. The petition does not say these people have been released. Are you asking a general question?
It's a general question so that the DCI confirms that nobody has ever been released from police custody. Because they were not in the police custody at any one time. Therefore, they could not be released.
Mr. Omari, I have specific people here. You do not want to ask a question for the whole world. Yes. I want us to remain here. Beyond here, no.
All right. The DCI said they don't have them, so they can't.
So you have no question?
I have no question for that.
So we go to Mr. Korea.
My Lord, again, I have no question for the Director of Criminal Investigations.
So who takes the issue on the part of the petitioners?
My Lord, I have a few questions.
Give us your name.
My name is Okel. Good afternoon, Mr. Amin.
Good afternoon, Mr. Okel.
I have very few questions for you. You agree that there are abductions ongoing in the country?
Proceed.
Yes, it's a question I've asked.
My Lord, again, perhaps he can vector his question into the order of habeas corpus that your Lordship has issued.
My Lord, the moment if he answers the question, I'll be able to guide the court where I'm headed.
That's a general question. You need. I said let's
focus.
Yes, my Lord.
Remain in this petition.
Thank you. You have confirmed to the court that indeed there are reports of missing persons being reported in Mlolongo police station.
True, my Lord.
And these missing persons were abducted.
Just a minute. And I want us to be specific.
Yes, my Lord.
It's not, again, a general question. I have only 3 people here. So ask a question in relation to the 3 people.
Yes. Thank you. You've confirmed that there is a report of missing persons of the number 23, 21, 12 of 2024 reported at the River Police Station.
My Lord, and to be more specific,
Yes.
I've confirmed a report relating to Justice Mutuma Musini, Martin Moao, and Kanja.
Thank you. And you confirmed that they are not within the custody of the police?
I've said that very, very succinctly.
And you also confirmed that you were given instructions to investigate?
Absolutely.
My question is, when were these instructions given?
Immediately the missing person report was made.
Which was last year, December?
Correct.
And you also stated that you are bound by expeditious investigations?
Correct, although the word expeditious is subjective.
Thank you. So, how long do you need? Because I believe the certainty of the period of investigation would allow the families to have a prospective date upon which they would be expecting something out of the public servants.
My Lord, the Constitution, which my learned colleagues have quoted extensively, provides that the mandate to investigate criminal offences is clearly vested in the National Police Service, and the command of the police service is vested in the Inspector General of Police. To ask for a time frame for an investigation is, with tremendous respect, to seek to circumscribe or to direct that investigation.
I think he can wait, Council. Let's not make it an argument. He can answer that question to the best of his ability.
Thank you. How long do we expect at least a response from the police?
Your Lord, when it comes to matters of criminal investigations, they are not time-bound. If I am investigating a case of murder, I will not be able to tell you that within this particular period of time, I would be able to apprehend the murderers. It all depends on how the investigation progresses and the gravity and complexity of the subject matter and the investigation.
Thank you. Mr. Director, there are known or unknown elements for understand undertaking these abductions.
You are right. Question.
Sorry?
You're right.
The people under their instructions were undertaking or conducting these abductions. That is the question that I will ask.
My Lord, you have found that the abductions were, that the petition alleges that the abductions were conducted by police officers. You have found once, and you restated it when I sought a stay on Friday. I believe that finding of fact has been made. For counsel to ask a question about clandestine, then it takes it away from police officers and the habeas. Let me finish my objection. It then takes it, because police officers are police officers. They cannot be clandestine people again, because he is then changing the position that they have taken, and he's changing the factual basis upon which these orders of habeas corpus are made. He has stated, and your Lordship was at pains to point out, that you are persuaded that the petition alleges that the abductions are by police officers.
Mr. Do not take it to the court. We were not at pains. The petition says so. The only point I agree is he cannot take it to clandestine. But the petition, the affidavit says they were. So let's leave it at that, because you can only ask a question. And remember, the officer has said he was directed, and he directed. Okay? He delegated. So there is someone who is supposed to come and tell you how far, unless you don't want him. We will be happy if you don't want him.
My question, the very last question will be, there will be no abductions to confirm going forward.
No, let's not go there.
It's actually tied to the question about the safety of the citizens going forward.
You see, you know, Council, this officer is here pursuant to directions of the court to answer specific issues. If we want the general issue, I don't want to use that word because that word does not exist in either in law or in the Constitution. So let's use the language. We are in court. Let's use the language the law gives us to use. That language belongs to these people.
Thank you. I will just
so, no. If you want us to use the language they use, we use it, but not here. Because how can I record abduction? Because the law doesn't know anything about that. So restrict yourself to 3 people and not to generality. Those people are missing. So if you want us to go to generalities, then we are not dealing with what has brought us here.
Thank you, my lord, for the directions. I believe that.
And I thought you knew that.
I knew that, my lord.
So why are you taking us the way you are taking us?
It was a guarantee of safety that the very same question that the IG responded to. There will be no question from me, Mr. Amin.
Thank you.
That's all?
That's all, my lord.
Thank you, Director.
Thank you, ma'am.
My lord, are we now, is the court able to excuse the first and second respondent?
They hand over to us. They may want to hear what he says.
Maybe it can be recorded that they can leave at their pleasure.
Yes. We have no reason to detain them. Only that they have not given us that officer. Once he steps there, you are free to leave.
My lord, perhaps maybe before the witness is sworn, I seek a clarification from your lordship in the following respect. The orders of habeas corpus were issued explicitly in the names of 2 public and state officers, the first and second respondent. The first and second respondent, my lord, and I believe this is a point that one of my colleagues made earlier on, have the constitutional mandate to carry out investigations. My lord, they have taken to the stand, they have been sworn, and they have spoken to the habeas corpus. My lord, the notice of motion before you is spent. The petition is still not for hearing. And the notice of motion was determined by the court issuing the orders of habeas corpus. Perhaps your lordship would be kind enough to perhaps give fresh directions that would then prescribe the manner in which the court is going to proceed. Because in this way, it can be an endless inquiry and it can be a never-ceasing order of habeas corpus.
Mr. Nyamodi, the officers that were summoned by the court have told us that they gave instructions and they have that officer that was instructed to carry out investigations, and the court may wish to hear from that officer. That's what we are pursuing. Let him take the stand, tell us what he has done, pursuant to instructions by his bosses, and then they will leave us to deal with our businesses.
Thank you very much for that clarity. That is the clarity I sought, your lordship.
Thank you.
I swear in the name of Almighty God that the evidence that shall give before this court touching on matters shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Please introduce yourself to court.
My lords, I'm Mr. Paul Washira, an Assistant Inspector General of Police, currently serving with the Directorate of Criminal Investigations as the Deputy Director, Investigations Bureau.
You are currently
The Deputy Director, Investigations Bureau.
Mr. Washira, you were introduced a few moments ago by the Inspector General of Police and the Director of Criminal Investigation as the officer in charge of the investigations that are the subject matter of these proceedings. What would you like to share with court or tell court about where you are with these investigations?
My lords, after receiving the instructions, I would like to confirm that cases of missing persons, because the three reports were made of missing persons at the River and Mlolongo police stations. Ordinarily, they are handled by investigators from the local police station. However, when it becomes apparent that these are serious matters because of public interest and other considerations, the DCI is mandated to investigate the cases. In that respect, 2 inquiry files were opened, registered as DCI at the River Inquiry File number 33 of 2024.
Two inquiry files were opened.
Yes, Your Lord. DCI inquiry file, DCI at the River Inquiry File number 33 of 2024.
Number?
33 of 2024, my lord.
At the River?
At the River.
Yes.
At Mlolongo, DCI Mlolongo, Inquiry File number 2 of 2025. My lord, investigations, criminal investigations is a process where we commence by circulating the names of the missing persons to all police stations in Kenya to confirm whether they may have been arrested. The places where the 3 persons were reported to have been missing were visited by investigators. And all persons of interest were interviewed. And their statements recorded. My lord, in the first instance, the case DCI River Inquiry number 33 of 2024. The case
Inquiry number?
33 of 2024, my lords.
That's at Mlolongo.
At the river, my
Oh,
lords.
at the river.
Yes, my lord. It was reported that two persons Justus Mutumwa Musimi, alias Sungura, of mobile telephone numbers 0731 299 041. Another mobile number 0792 84 8854. It was reported that Justus Mutumwa Musimi, together with Martin Mwao alias Mzungu, disappeared.
Mutumwa?
Martin Mwao Mzuko alias Mzungu. That they disappeared on the 17th of December 2024. While riding on a Honda motorcycle, registration number KMGM 618R. It was stated that, according to the OB entry, that they were leaving for Kitui on a mission. Investigations into this matter are ongoing.
They were leaving for Kitui?
On a business trip.
Yes.
My lord's investigations into this matter is currently ongoing. In respect of getting information, and due to the Data Protection Act, some of the informations that we require to get require court process, where we are provided with orders to investigate communication and other financial transactions. We also engage other private and government agencies to provide information that become apparent from the witness statement. My lords, in the second case, inquiry number 2 of 2025, a report was made by one Susan Mwema, who is a sister to Karani Mwema. The report was made on 26th December 2024. The sister indicated that Karani Mwema
What was made on?
26th December 2024, my lord.
Yes.
That the brother had been missing since 12th December 2024.
Since 12th of December?
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
My lords, again, this case is still pending under investigations. We had engaged various witnesses. Service providers. And private entities for purposes of following the investigative leads available. My lords, along the process of investigations, we have encountered certain challenges. Of witnesses not willing to provide information, willingly, and that is why we have to go through the legal processes. My lords, that's all.
Thank you, Mr. Omar.
Lord, I have no questions to the witness.
Mr. Kuria Thande? It is Thande Kuria. Thank you, petitioners.
Yes, madam. I have a few questions.
You are Mr. Odiwar.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ashira.
Afternoon, Mr. Odo.
Mr. Ashira, you state, are you aware that you are a member of the National Security Council?
My lords, personally, I'm not a member. It is the NPS which is the member.
You stated.
So you got the answer?
Yes.
Okay.
You stated that you visited the scene.
My lords, yes. I've seen or visited all of them.
And that you recorded statements?
Yes, my lords.
After recording your statements, sir, were you able to ascertain who these guys were responsible for conducting suggested?
My lords, I have stated that the matter is pending under investigation. Investigation is a process. And in due course of time, we are going to provide the duplicate files to the ODPP with our findings and recommendations.
Sir, you stated that these people disappeared on the 17th of December.
No, my lords. I've stated that We have an occurrence entry made at the River Police Station, the first one. Entry number 23 made on 21st of December 2024, indicating that Justus Mutumwa Musimi and Martin Mwau Nzioko disappeared on 17th of December 2024.
That report was made where?
On 21st December 2024, my lord.
Where?
At the River Police Station.
That who was missing?
Justus Mutumwa Musimi and Martin Mwau Nzioko.
And Martin Mwau.
Yes, my lord.
They're missing since when?
17th of December 2024, my lord.
And you stated that they are not in police custody.
Yes, my lords. After circulating the information to all police stations, police posts, patrol bases, including DCI offices in the Republic of Kenya, we have not received any single entry that they were in police custody.
Okay, just to put it in context, sir, you've said that you, due to data protection rules, you've not been able to get all the facilities you need for the investigation.
No, my lords, I have not stated that. I have indicated, my lords, that it is a requirement under the Data Protection Act. When you need information about a particular citizen, you have to obtain court orders. Served, probably you need M-Pesa statements, you serve to Safaricom or any other service provider for you to get that statement. So it's a process, my lords.
I agree with you. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong. For you to get the court orders as an investigating officer, you always approach the court with a miscellaneous application.
Yes, my lords.
So would you explain to court why would it take more than a month for you to be issued with an order and a miscellaneous application?
My lord, that question would suggest that the court knows best, or counsel knows best, how an investigation is to be conducted. What is before you is a habeas corpus, and it is not a supervision of the investigation by my clients. Perhaps counsel can be encouraged to constrain himself to the habeas corpus.
Thank you. Let me restrain. Have you made any
Mr. Jamodi, I remind all of you that when the officers took the stand, they said they directed investigations be conducted and handed over an officer to tell how far investigations had gone. So they delegated. So let's not, so he's trying to ask a question. So the only question you can ask is in relation to what he has said and what will assist us. As to why it took between when the report was made and when the orders were sought, can you proceed?
Yes. Sorry. Okay, sir. Just to remind you, you're still under oath.
He knows. He has not declined to answer any question. So you don't have to remind him. I will do if he has failed to answer a question.
My lords, thank you for that protection.
Now, you've stated that you've been carrying out investigation of this matter as the leading investigator.
Yes, my lord.
Sir, have you produced any document before this court or any report before this court showing the progress you've made?
Did they
My
have
lords, it would be prejudicial.
Wait, I've not allowed you to answer the question.
Thank you, my lord.
Did he have to? He had to. Okay. So don't answer that question.
Thank you, my lord.
Ask another question. You know why we are here.
Yes. My last question to you. Since you're the leading investigator, we have the family of the petitioners with us in court. And it has taken more than a month for any information to be provided of their whereabouts. And that they know is still belongs to the family of the petitioners. What should you tell them before this court today in terms of the investigation?
It's an opinion.
Thank you, no further questions.
You are done.
No further questions.
He has said that some of the reportees or people who should assist have not volunteered to give necessary information. Did you hear that?
Yes.
What is your answer to that?
I will not believe it.
We are not bound to. Yes. But what is, do you see the point?
I see the point.
Any other question?
No further question.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
You can step down and you are released. So, there we are. What next?
My lord, there are still pending applications unless you've already delivered a ruling.
Did you hear it?
Not yet. Not yet, but there were some questions that were not yet answered concerning the application by the populace.
I have not had any application, and when I make rulings, I mine open. They are had by everyone.
Very well, my lord.
So, given the explanations we have got from these officers, what else remains for us to do? That's one thing I want you to tell us. As I seek to give directions on what we should do with Mr. Barasa M's application. Serve that application. I hear one party has filed a response. We need to dispense with that application. Then we see now how we proceed next. Because we can't proceed until we either clear Mr. Barasa M to leave or we retain him. Then now we are able to get how to proceed next. Any other person who has a different view?
The hesitance of my learned colleagues for the petitioner to respond, I wish to persuade you, is clear evidence that the purpose of this petition is now spent.
Is?
Spent.
I don't know.
The purpose of the petition is spent. What they intended to mine from it, they have obtained, and it was not the shiny diamond that they thought it would be.
Let's not go there. Let's remain
yes,
as human as we can. What I suggested, which I wanted you to answer, was we are done with what we were supposed to be here for this morning. I have an application by the fourth respondent, which we have to get out to the way. And then now we regroup and find out how do we proceed next. Remember, I had given directions that response will be filed to the petition. Yes. So, The fourth respondent, you had not served your application, had you? I only ask these your colleagues to get onto the portal and see the application. In the event they were not going to oppose it, I will say they will oppose it, which means we have to hear the application. So once we get that application out of the way, then we will now see how we proceed. In view of what we have received and in view of the pending proceedings, he says the petition is spent. I don't know what you say. You are hesitant to suggest anything, and that's why he took the liberty to say the petition is spent. Who has a contrary view?
My Lord, contrary view, because the petition is passed and there are some orders we are seeking that I believe have not yet been spent by the applications here.
See, who has a contrary view that I should first hear the application by?
Mtazamaji wangu, hizo zimekuwa ni picha za moja kwa moja kutoka mahakama kuu ya Milimani hapa.
Before we begin, I want to provide a brief report on the unprecedented success our country has been witnessing in recent weeks. Since even before the election, we've been making extraordinary progress. The American people gave us a clear mandate to save our country, and we won all 7 swing states by large margins, historic. Very importantly, we won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. Also, all 50 states, as you know, shifted toward the Republican Party, and that's never happened before. All 50, every single one of them. In our first week in office, we set records, taking over 350 executive actions. That's not been done before. And it has reportedly been the single most effective opening week of any presidency in history. And we want to keep it that way. We want to keep it going. We want to keep it going. We've broken from decades of failed Washington policies and restored common sense and sanity to our government. We've unleashed American energy, and we've already achieved record low illegal immigration. As you see, there's nobody trying to get in. And that's what we've been waiting for a long time, and gotten woke ideologies out of our government and out of our military. The water has now begun flowing in California as we continue to increase the flow in coming days.